Bruised knee for tomorrow's critical.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Winter is coming.
Do you have a break glass in case of emergency blizzard game plan?
I think what we decided kind of Saturday or Sunday when we saw the weather forecast.
Winter is coming.
And as it's kind of gone, you definitely have to be aware of what the elements could be.
You don't know cold.
Winter is coming for him.
I don't really know what it's going to be, if it's going to be rain, sleet, snow.
It's cold and it's wet.
But yeah, there's definitely, it's going to be a game that you have to adjust to the environment.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming, Evan Stone. Are you prepared for winter, Evan? Is your microphone not on, Evan? You know nothing about microphones, Evan Stone.
I just show up.
How about now? Is it on?
I think it's on now.
Yeah, you're on now.
I think I can hear myself now. No, I'm going to go the Daenerys route. I'm going to go up to the Westeros.
Oh, you're going to Westeros, are you?
Seemed nice and
warm. I don't know why I'm
there.
doing that voice.
Well, that's something we shall have to remedy then.
I guess so. Oh, yeah, it's going to be kind of messy Saturday at Geese Memorial Stadium for senior night. The Illini taking on Northwestern. And as the intro mentioned, winter is coming.
This is greatest show intro songs of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
And changed the game of how you would view an opening credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
So many shows after this started doing the exact same thing.
I remember The Walking Dead tried to do their version of the Game of Thrones intro to
it was not good.
Revive their whatever.
It was not good. Just about every limited series then started doing some sort of an intro with a longer song, the artistic, and then the Big Ten Network just tried. They kind of ruined it. But
I'm not going to say that they ruined it. I always get excited when I see champagne pop up on the Big Ten
with the Roger Ebert statue.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's
good.
Could have been a Hugh Hefner statue. So bunnies pops up.
Is that what Bunnies is named after?
No, that's actually where Hugh Hefner got bunnies from.
From the bar?
From the bar Bunnies.
Oh, I didn't know that little bit of history. Yeah, you educated me on that one.
Wow.
There you go.
Is it real? Is it fake? Who knows?
Who knows? But what we do know is it's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you. We got a packed one. Lots of stuff to get to. Part of that intro that you heard was from today's presser that Brett Bielema had with the media. We will play some of that for you here in just a moment. It was a quick one, not too long at all. Also, we'll check out some of the Illini headlines, keep you posted on the weather for Saturday. I have had friends texting me today whether I would like to go with them to the game or if I will buy their tickets to the game.
Oh, buy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I had one friend call me, and I quote, a fair weather fan when I told him I didn't want to buy his tickets. I was like, well, then you should be fine sitting in the snow and sleet, buddy, if I'm a fair weather fan.
Why are you calling someone else a fair weather fan? You're selling your tickets.
You're literally trying to make money. Yeah. Anyways, Chris Kwasinski, who covers Northwestern football, he covers college athletics and the Chicago Bears for Fox 32 in Chicago. Chris is going to join us at 3:45 to talk about the Illini versus Northwestern. Very excited to have him hop on with us. Our guy Ravi Lula on the way from Hurrdat Sports at 3:25. Ravi will take us around the Big Ten. Huge weekend for high school football as well. The IHSA State Championships kicking off this weekend. Tristan Thomas will join us to talk about that. Two area schools playing for championships. Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond, easy for me to say, and Tolono Unity as well. So Tristan will give us a breakdown of that. Plus, our draft results are on the way. There's about, we'll say, an hour and a half left for you to vote in our draft from yesterday, Thanksgiving sides. And this is super
I'm just reading
close.
some of the responses right now.
Oh, on the text line?
Yeah.
In regards to the draft, or
no? This is on the on X.
Oh,
yeah. In regards to the draft.
Oh, okay, yeah. So on Twitter, yeah.
Big Kurt said Curtis in a route. Only Evan's first pick would start on his team. You're telling me. I understand there's some dinner rolls is not a starter.
Now listen, I mean this is
if dinner rolls is not a starter, I'm not coming to your Thanksgiving.
So Big Kurt on
100% not coming. Is that you?
It is not me.
That's
I knew you were.
Isn't
It is not me.
I knew it.
No, because Big Kurt's followers started to chime in, including at Body's Baby, who is Joe. He said, deviled eggs is an offsetting penalty for Curtis. Here's Clay Sims, who also follows Big Kurt, and he said, Curtis is on a, quote, route to disaster. Oof. Deviled eggs immediate penalty might cost him in the game. Number 2, if green bean casserole has mushrooms in it, game over, he forfeits with prejudice.
With prejudice. The
potato selection gives him a chance, but too much to overcome. Evan equals champion. Let me tell you something. There are no mushrooms in that green bean casserole.
But he's still spoken. He's already voted.
But he gave you the crown on that one. So I mean,
but here's the thing: how do we count those votes? Is he clicking on the poll?
Hey, that's I think so. You gotta. Well, yeah, I think they're clicking on the poll, and right now it is so close. Like the last time I checked Instagram, we were tied. I think I've got one, maybe 2 votes on you on Twitter. And I haven't even looked at the text line from
56
from yesterday.
Yesterday's text line ended tied. Whew. So this is a tight one.
This is going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a feast.
I got to overcome somewhere, because we got 56, 60 something votes on X, and it's 51.8% to 48.2%.
Already on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. My guy Scott and Taro talking in past tense terms. Curtis won big. Who needs rolls? There you go. Who needs them?
Any respectable human being at Thanksgiving.
I wonder who Bielema would have voted for between the two of
My
us.
gosh.
We need to find that out.
I'm going to call him right now.
You probably have the number. You've been holding out on me. Coach Bielema did meet with the media today ahead of the game Saturday night with Northwestern. I know everybody is itching to know more about the weather, and we'll get into that in just a few with the latest on the forecast. It depends on what you look at. If you're looking at the National Weather Service, if you look at the Weather Channel app, and if you look at the local TV meteorologists and what they're projecting, it's 3 fairly different things. So, but I always try to stick with the local stuff. But I did see one model that said 4 to 8 inches of snow, and that was from the Weather Channel. I was like, nope, not a fan of that. Even if there was a football, nope, don't want it. I mean, the only positive is that it would be on a weekend, and then I wouldn't have to go anywhere. But if you're going to the game, you don't want to sit in 4 to 8 inches of snow.
No. Although sometimes I feel like when it snows like that, it almost feels warmer than when you're just sitting in wind gray.
Oh, and the wind today.
It's a mental thing.
That's fair.
Well, I blew all the way in today.
The wind is awful today. I would be probably as miserable sitting out in the wind today. It was a 45, 50 mile an hour gust we had today. Feels like it's in the 20s anyways. You know?
Yeah, we went and got our Christmas tree. Drove home with it on top of the roof.
Wait, look at you, Clark Griswold. How'd that go?
It was a bit sappy. A little bit sappy.
Did any of the kids' eyes freeze while you were out into the tree?
No, I'm what you would call a discount Clark Griswold. So I went to a place that already had it chopped down, and they tied it on the roof for me. Drove all the way home with it, so we're out there and we're trying to get back into the car, and my little man, my middle. He's trying to get into the car, and the car door keeps smashing him in like he can't even. He opens the door and gets in between the door and the car, and it kees blowing shut on him.
Is that Asher?
That was little Asher, man. He just literally couldn't. I'm trying to strap Scarlett into the seat, and he's like, "Help! Help me!" So that was our Christmas tree experience.
Well, you know what? When that happens next year, you just turn around, you look at Asher, and you say,
"Winter is coming,"
and he'll just have to suck it up, you know?
Yeah,
and he'll be like, "Dad,
my man, good for you."
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, dude, how was our trip out to the Christmas tree farm?" And he's gonna say, "You know what? We were just
What?
Doo-doo. I need
you're going to give me a little more heads up on the doo-doo one.
Anytime I have a pause.
We were just doo-doo.
Anytime I have a pause, that's the soundbite I'm looking for.
No. Well, anytime you pause, see, now I know.
That's the only soundbite I'm looking for from now on.
So give me another example.
Another example?
Of where you're going to pause.
Oh, okay.
Real quick.
We're talking about this Thanksgiving draft and Curtis's draft.
We were just doo-doo.
Yeah.
I see what you did. Okay. Well, we'll see who wins, my friend. We'll see. Right now, it's a real quick, as far as pressers go, pretty quick, about 7 minutes or so here. Brett Bielema met with the media today and had plenty to say in that short amount of time in regards to the weather, the seniors, and how many of them are going to be recognized. I believe he said there's 30 seniors on the roster that are going to be recognized, and real good stuff here from Coach Bielema. Check it out.
Really good practice day today. We had wind gusts up to over 45 miles an hour, so really good practice environment for us. From a health standpoint, a couple guys will be wait and see, but I think we're going to be pretty much full strength. Trying to think if there's anybody. I can't remember anybody. But no, shouldn't be anybody that we're really waiting on. No concussion protocols. We're all cleared there, so. Really excited. Obviously, a hat game, a trophy game. Got 30 seniors that'll be recognized. So we got a lot of guys that potentially could be their last game here in Memorial Stadium. So I know that's a big deal for them and their families. Big deal for us. But we'll get through this next. Thursday is always a different day. We'll bring them in early. We'll have a Thanksgiving brunch for all the travel party 74 travel guys. A lot of our other guys will come in there as well. That's in the stadium. We make it a big deal, kind of a little family environment, and then come back over for a normal Friday to kick them into a game week preparation. And obviously the first Saturday night game in Geese Memorial Stadium. We're excited for that, so good opportunity.
I don't know if we asked you Monday about Northwestern offensively. What do you see from them on those two sides of the ball?
Well, offensively, obviously their quarterback has continued to get better every game. Very, very accurate guy. Had unbelievable statistical numbers last week. I think their offensive line is, in my time being here, that's probably their best group. Running backs, they got 2 or 3 guys that rotate through there and do a lot of really, really good things. And then their new receiver has just been a very special player all year long, kind of a dynamic guy. Got good size, length, great catch radius. He runs really, really well. So defensively, very productive inside backers. Their safety number 6 is, I think, one of the best players in our league. Do a lot of really good things up front. Obviously, with coach's background, and then with what they've kind of pieced together there after Fitz's transition to where they are now. It's a very unique package that lets those kids play extremely fast and physical.
Do you have a break glass in case of emergency blizzard game plan?
I think what we decided kind of Saturday or Sunday when we saw the weather forecast, and as it's kind of gone, you definitely have to be aware of what the elements could be. Don't really know what it's going to be, if it's going to be rain, sleet, snow. But yeah, there's definitely, it's going to be a game that you have to adjust to the environment.
Is there one thing you remember from your senior day? And I don't want to make you cry.
Yeah, everybody's asking because of the weather game, like, what's the most snow? I don't think I had a snow game in Wisconsin that I'm aware of. Okay. I don't remember. The only snow game that really stands out in my career was my senior year. We played Minnesota at home at Iowa, and I remember Dana Hughes made a snow angel in the end zone. And back then we stayed at like kind of one of those motels where you didn't have, like your room wasn't in hallways, it was outside. And I remember we couldn't open the door in the morning because there was so much snow up against our door. I think that's the most I've ever been involved in. Well, in the NFL, there was a couple. We played the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. That was a really cold, really a lot of snow they had to remove, but that was a really cold day.
But your Minnesota game was up there.
No, it was here.
It was
at Iowa. Yep.
Oh, wow. So.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really ever remember anything north happening. I think.
Did you guys like playing in that kind of conditions?
I think one-offs. I don't know if you could recruit very well. You said that 4-year games are going to be like that a year, right? We have some kids in on visits this week or today, really all this week, because it's the last week you can get visits in before the signing date. So we have kind of visitors in all this week, and we'll have this weekend. So you kind of got to explain to them as well that it's kind of a one-off.
Yeah, obviously, the reminder is that NFL is going to play in this stuff, right?
Well. Use that all the time. So one of the advantages we have here at Illinois is you're right in the middle of the country, right? And because of the way the Big Ten, and this is also a selling point for the Big Ten, when we added those 4 teams on the West Coast, you literally play in all 4 time zones. You play in all 4 weather and environments, and then even though you maybe get drafted by the Miami Dolphins, they still play several games in the Northeast, right? So even teams that aren't located necessarily in the cold weather states, right? They still play. The Houston Texans, right? Like Dallas Cowboys. All those teams that are their home facilities is in the South. They still play cold weather games. So yeah, I think anytime a kid, I distinctly remember being in a draft room where we had a young man that was from Miami. High school, went to school in Miami, and the other kid was from Orlando and went to school in a Big Ten school, and they were almost the exact same grade, and we went with a kid that played in the Big Ten school just because you knew he'd also gone away from home, but he'd survived in a cold weather environment.
I know you get 2 days left preparation, but as the week gone, like you hoped it would after what happened?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you had to shake it on Sunday. I do think because we were able to take Sunday and normally we would bring them in, we let that go, and then Monday brought them in. And Monday night was still, I think, a little bit of an element, but Tuesday to get them on the field, and then today definitely when we went out in the stadium today. We have the defense in here in the back half, but we were all out there for the first 12 periods. We're out there for about an hour and a half in the stadium all together. Defense just came in here the last 30 minutes, but for the most part, there was great energy, good feel out there.
You've had some drives this year that get inside the 5 and can't get in the end zone. Is there like an unrealized challenge of when you're maybe that close?
Well, we haven't really had many that stopped because we didn't get them. We had 2 stop because we fumbled them. And obviously those are got to be issues in itself. But really, that one Saturday stood out was just, obviously I guess it was 2 weeks ago, the Rutgers game, when we, or the Maryland game, when we had first and goal on the 4. That was the first real stall out, right? But Barry's been very good in the red zone. We've probably been one of the better teams in the country the last 2 years offensively. So I don't get too caught up on one scenario, but obviously we got to take advantage of every opportunity we can.
You're going to have guys with decisions to make after this year. Do you anticipate any of them with remaining eligibility going through Saturday's pregame?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple. I know Matt's going through it. Okay. But those guys, anybody that graduates, I think the last 2 or 3 years, we almost just encourage them, right? Like this is what it is, right? Now, this is going to be a little bit unique this week because we just have so many. We have 30 kids. So we're kind of doing it different than we have the last, because if we do it the way we've done it, it would just take too long. So plus, I don't think our guys want to stand out there too long, 15 minutes to honor someone for their time. So I think it'll be a little bit of an adjustment. But, there's probably, kind of like the last few years, there's 3 or 4 guys. And they were very upfront with me. They're like, Coach, I just want to cover all my bases. I said, absolutely.
Is senior day tough for you?
Yeah.
With the ceremony and then getting their attention to play the game?
Yeah, I distinctly remember when you're a rookie coach, like you go through all these moments, and we had Joe Thomas, right? And Joe has been, at that point, been one of the most steady performers I've ever witnessed in my coaching career. I'd known him 2 years as a coordinator, but then my first year as a head coach was his year. He had won he hadn't won it yet. He was going to win the Outland Trophy, went on to become the 4th pick in the draft and all that he became. But he was pretty much Joe Thomas is a steady dude, right? And I remember he was the last guy to get announced and the ovation in the crowd. And he was a train wreck. He was crying. And I literally was like, whoa, what's this going to be like, right? And I remember I got on the headset and I told Paul Chris and our O-line coach, I said, hey, I don't know how this is going to go, but Joe's pretty emotional right now, and he went on to play unbelievably awesome. So I think our kids go through that moment for the most part, but then they can flush it pretty quick. Now, we do talk about it. I'll actually literally talk about it Thursday night, Friday, and then we'll definitely make one of the things I've always asked my coaches, my assistant coaches, listen, I can't go check on those 30 guys, but anybody that plays for you, you just got to go make sure they're right.
Right. You have 3 interceptions this season, just not forcing those like we've seen you guys do. What do you think's behind that, and how can you manufacture any more?
Yeah, obviously, I think there's 3 big things, right? First off, just pressure on the quarterback, right? We have definitely done a better job here as of late, but like hands on balls, tip balls, I even look at like Saturday, there was 3 balls on the ground that literally like bounced right back in their hands, right? And it's just kind of one of those things where those things come and go a little bit, but overall, we obviously haven't played as much man coverage either, so I think to have some of those tight windows that we've gotten our hands on in the past or an undercut here, we just haven't been able to do it. So definitely have not been as productive in that environment as we'd like, but hopefully more to come.
That is Fighting Illini head coach Brett Bielema, who met with the media earlier today. That audio courtesy of Joey Wagner and Illini Inquirer. Make sure you give them a follow for some of the best Illini coverage you will find online. So he said quite a bit in there, a little bit about the weather, a lot about what these seniors mean to him. 30 of them that are going to be
it's a lot.
Honored on the field Saturday. Whether that's in snow or not, we'll find out. But we talked about this a little bit yesterday. What do you think when you think about this group of seniors? What's going to stick out in your mind? Because I don't recall who asked the question. Somebody asked, this is the first group for a lot of them that you recruited, and you saw this all the way through with them over the last 4 years. So what will this group mean to you, Evan Stone?
Well, it is interesting. I mean, more and more as we are in the transfer portal era, having that 4-year player, 5-year player is incredibly rare.
Oh, man.
So when you look at a lot of the contributors that are going to be celebrated this weekend, most of the heavy contributors transferred in. We ran through the list the other day. You look at an Alec Bryan or a Luke Altmaier or J.C. Davis or Melvin Priestley. These guys transferred in. But you look at a Josh Kreutz, a guy who, this is a class, this senior class is a class that bought in when there wasn't necessarily anything to buy into except for the coach.
Yeah.
So that's why I think this class is maybe a little bit heavier, more special than some of more special is probably not the right phrase, but then some of the other class means a little bit. It's different meaning.
There is a specialness to this group, especially in this era, and I think you're going to see more and more of this in the future. Maybe you won't have 30 seniors being recognized at a time. You know what I mean, because of the transfer portal and things like that, but.
Which points to the transfer portal because you're having a lot of guys transferring in for their final year or their last couple of years.
Yeah. But there is something to be said about a lot of these guys that bought in immediately with Coach Bielema, and then he had to sell them on himself. And look, here's the change of culture we're trying to implement, and we want you to be a part of that. We want you to be a focal point of that. So, we'll see what happens weather-wise. Let's get into that. I really hate to be the guy who goes, weather's going to be a huge factor, but it's going to be a really, really big factor in this one. And the last snow game, I just looked it up. Somebody also mentioned it in that interview or that presser with Bielema. It was at Minnesota, and that was 2 years ago. The Illini won 26-25 or 25-24 in that one. So it's been a while.
Is that the John Paddock game?
I believe so. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a snowy Memorial Stadium for a football game. I can remember being out in some miserable, cold, windy weather and maybe some cold rain too.
Yeah, or flurries or something.
Yeah,
I cannot remember the last time that I was at Geese Memorial Stadium and there was snow on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know what that game was. So if you have that game in your memory bank, let us know on the Maximum City Recycling text line, 217-359.
Yeah,
2255.
The best that I could come up with and I could find was the Minnesota game, which I did remember from a couple of years ago, and then going back to 2018 up in Madison. But Bielema was not around for that one, I don't think. I think he'd already made his way either south or to the NFL. 2018. Ringing a bell for you?
Where Coach a text did come in. Fresno State. So that was 2009.
There you go. Okay.
No, that was 2009, Fresno State was here. Yes. And I remember that game was cold as all get out. I don't remember snow. Yeah, 217. It was cold as hell.
It was cold as hell that
so cold that game. We lost on a tip 2-point conversion pass that an offensive lineman caught and fell into the end zone.
Man, why you got to bring up old stuff?
That was just one of the most ridiculous games. But that was kind of I don't know about breakout, but that was kind of the Michael LaShore. Maybe Michigan in 2009 was the Michael LaShore breakout game, but that was the game where you knew Michael LaShore is good.
Yeah.
That's a dude.
And the capper for him, not to get off track, was, for me anyways, was the Wrigley Field game against Northwestern. I think he had 200 and some yards game, and I don't know how many touchdowns
that
Michael
whole season.
Had. But he ran over Northwestern that day. Well, since we're talking about it, let's get a check of those Illini headlines real quick, sir, before we catch our next break and talk a little more football. Illini volleyball tonight, hosting the number 15 ranked Indiana Hoosiers. It is First Responders Night, 8 o'clock start. It's going to be on Big Ten Network. So if you know a first responder, bring them out, and free admission for them. Illini women's basketball game day at State Farm Center, taking on Western Kentucky. Tip off for that one, 6 o'clock. And it's they've got a special Thanksgiving discount. You buy 4 or more general admission tickets, you get a discount. That one is on Big Ten Plus, and we were just talking a lot about Illini football and Senior Day on Saturday. Snow expected to move into central Illinois starting late Friday night. That snow is expected to turn into a mix of rain and snow in Saturday evening, and the cutoff line is right around I-72. So you go north of I-72, that's where it's expected to stay snowy. South of that, it's expected to transition into a wintry mix and rain. Right now, looking at 1 to 3 inches possible throughout the day on Saturday. That's in addition to whatever we might get Friday night. So we'll keep you posted on that. And
glad I got the lights up.
Somebody else texted me that, hey, man, you better get your Christmas stuff up. You better get those holiday lights up real soon. I'm like, yeah. Oh, man, I may have to wait this out until next weekend. I don't know, Clark. We'll see. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Robbie Lula from Hurrdat Sports is going to take us around the Big Ten. He'll also talk a little bit of Illini with us. And we've got...
Why is the carpet wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot, but that's all next on The Drive.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you want a hand-cut, perfectly cooked filet, there's only one place to get it. The Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford. Customers rave about Donnie's fillets. So tender that you can cut it with your fork. Don't go to an ordinary steakhouse. Choose Long Branch and have it your way. Join the many people who know that it's worth the trip. The Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. And remember, there's always room for Long Branch.
When time matters, proximity counts. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. American Airlines connects you through Dallas and Chicago, linking you to business centers across the U.S. and beyond with connections to over 200 destinations. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Local convenience, global reach. Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Experience the music and magic this holiday season of Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 4th through the 7th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, the Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, 2 Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. A delightful tradition for the entire family. Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Johnson on 2nd and 10 has to throw in a hurry. Screen to Douther. A man in front of him. Ty Douther. He'll score. Touchdown, Illinois. An all-out blitz, and no one picked up the remaining running back. Every play in this series, he'd been covered. This time, Russ Heath came free in the middle. He thought he had Johnson, and a brilliant call by Greg Landry.
That takes us all the way back to 1993, Evan Stone. Ty Duthard with a game winner in the snow against Minnesota, thanks to our guy Lindy on the Max Twin City Recycling text line for sending that one in to us.
Yeah, I mean, what a great weekend that was. I remember I was at the Caring Place in preschool. We were making turkey, what you're thankful for.
Stop.
With your hand and the feathers.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis, that's Evan. Maybe we'll see some more heroics like that on Saturday night at Geese Memorial Stadium. What do you think? Maybe
hopefully we don't need heroics like that.
I'm just saying, in the snow, that sort of drama.
I mean, that'd be kind of,
come on,
that'd be awesome. But hopefully we can just kick their teeth in.
There you go. You don't want to Luke Altmaier in the snow, touchdown Illini.
I mean, I want that, yes.
Yeah.
Not to win the game.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, I can appreciate that. We're going to talk with Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports in just a moment. Take us around the Big Ten and all the other games, and then Evan's going to kill time while we get Ravi on the air.
Okay. Well, I'm here. Knock knock. No, I'm just kidding. So I've sent this poll out. I've sent our Thanksgiving sides out to multiple people through text as well. And whenever I send it out through text and whenever I send it out like on a personal page, I like to put Team A, Team B, so there's nothing biased in all the responses. And so far, these are Illini alumni, coaches, athletes that I'm getting. I'll probably keep it anonymous, but you just picked up a big one.
Who voted? Which coach voted for me?
Well, not a coach.
Which athlete voted for me?
Should I keep them anonymous or no? I guess it doesn't matter.
You can tell me who voted for me. I don't want to know who voted for you.
Okay, you just picked up Benjamin Bosman's Verdonk.
Boom! Thank
you said,
Benjamin.
But if you've seen him, he doesn't eat. He's just ripped, dude. He said Team B all day. That's you.
That's
Deviled
me.
eggs and green bean casserole are carrying them with a W.
Here's somebody on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line with us right now that I have a feeling
I know who he's voting for.
Did not vote for me. That is Ravi Lula from Hurrdat Sports. How are you, sir?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
We're doing good. We've got a very heated draft. We've got about an hour left for people to vote in our Tuesday draft, Thanksgiving side dishes. We're getting ready for maybe a snowmageddon on Saturday for Illini football against Northwestern. And headed into what's always a fun weekend for college football. So we look forward to you taking us around the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean, we got to start with the side dishes, though, because, I mean, first of all, the person who singled out, the athlete that singled out, I don't know who he is, that singled out green bean casserole and deviled eggs, that's got to be a white guy. Like, no doubt about it.
Well, close. He's not white, but he is from Belgium. So I don't know if does that counteract?
Yeah, I mean, European is white. I don't care what they are. That is the wild. There could be like green bean casserole and deviled eggs. That's the hill I'm dying on. What are we talking about? Also,
right.
Curtis, you know I love you.
Yes.
But going stuffing #1 pick is just crazy.
What? Why is that crazy?
What are we doing?
Why is
here?
that crazy?
I forget stuffing even exists. It's such an afterthought.
It has no flavor.
Maybe the stuffing you eat.
Listen, if I'm going to eat stuffing, I'd rather just cut open my ceiling and eat insulation. I feel like it's the same thing.
You've been waiting to say that for like 2 days, haven't you? That was a...
I don't understand at all. I've had a million different kinds of stuffing, and at no point have I been like, yeah, that's the best side. There's potatoes on the table. What are we talking about?
Yeah, here's the thing. Even stuffing is sitting at the table in the buffet line, and even stuffing is thinking,
no, I'm not going to hit the button.
Come on, hit the button.
No.
Ravi hasn't heard it yet.
I'm not going to hit the button, but I will.
Oh, my God.
Here's what I will do before we get into the Big Ten, just for Ravi, for hopping on with us today. Did you happen to hear Brad Underwood, rather, describe the Fighting Illini's basketball performance as doo-doo the other night?
I did not.
Well, this is what it sounded like.
We were just doo-doo.
So that's become my favorite soundbite we've got over the last week. So I'm going to keep keeping that forever.
That's going to wear out pretty quick.
My favorite recent soundbite is from Cam Ward when he was asked by a reporter how they were doing, and he goes, I'm going to keep it a buck. We asked.
Listen, we could just do this all day because I know, we had a rough game this past weekend at Wisconsin, which is painful. I also know Nebraska had a rough week, and Creighton has had a rough week. So maybe we just talk Thanksgiving and jokes. You want to do that?
I will say, Curtis, your cheesy potatoes is the best. I mean, I assume you mean like the scalloped potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's 1-1, to be clear. Like that is the best side that exists. So I know some people are mashed potato people. Mashed potatoes are great, but the cheesy scallop potatoes are maybe the greatest side dish ever invented. So that's honestly, they're sort of like Luka Doncic on the Mavs with you right now. Like they were carrying you to the finals.
Hey, I'll take it, man.
Mashed potatoes and gravy is killing you. And the stuffing deviled eggs, green bean casserole is just a trio of doo-doo, as Brad Underwood would say, that you cannot overcome.
We shall see, sir. All right, I got a lot of white people voting for me. Okay, so
I was gonna say it's helpful that you're in Central Illinois. You're in this thing.
We're doing just fine. All right, well, let's get into the games. First one on the docket is an 11 a.m. It's the only 11 a.m. game between Iowa and Nebraska. And is that Friday? Yeah, that game's on Friday morning. So
always Black Friday, baby.
Black Friday, duh. Yeah, so let's start there with your Cornhuskers, Ravi.
Yeah, so, I mean, this one's really interesting coming off of the, just a frankly terrible performance Nebraska had against Penn State. That's one where I think a lot of Nebraska fans are nervous this week because the power running teams have given Nebraska trouble this year. There's a big difference, in my opinion, though, between Penn State and Iowa. Obviously talent-wise, but also as inexperienced as Grunkmeyer is, I do think as an arm talent, he's much more capable than Gronowski. And so Penn State was able to take advantage of Nebraska trying to load up against the run in a way that Iowa, I just don't think is. Now, still talking only third start with TJ Lateef, and Nebraska's definitely going to have to show up, especially on the defensive front seven, in order to stop Iowa's running game. Because the Iowa offensive line is obviously really good, as it always is. You know, you could say that any time over the last 20 years. But they're back. Like, there is a difference between having to stop Moulton as Iowa's running back and having to stop Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. Like, you have to have the backs to take advantage of what the offensive line is giving you as well. So I do think Nebraska has a great opportunity to win this game, but they're going to have to show up in a way that they obviously did not against Penn State. This is a team that we've kind of learned, it's only game 12, finally figured it out. The emotional state of this team is really critical to how they perform, because there's a pretty wide variance. You can have games like where they stick with Michigan, or they beat a good Cincinnati team, or they they give it to UCLA pretty good in Pasadena, or you can have games like Minnesota where they get their head kicked in by a team that is frankly not very good. So if Nebraska comes out emotionally the way they need to, they have every opportunity to win this game. Otherwise, I imagine Iowa will somehow find a way to win, probably with a special team score from Weechin, a defensive score, and Gronowski accidentally fumbling forward into the end zone for a touchdown. Just kind of the regular Iowa performance. So
that's how it goes.
I think that's always what it is, right? Like I look at this Iowa team and I'm like, I am not scared of anyone except for their punt returner. That's basically like Weechin scares me to death, as he should. And as long as Nebraska doesn't kick it to him, I'm like, okay, I like our chances there. But I do think I like Nebraska in this one. The 6.5, I do think is a little heavy. But like I said, if Nebraska doesn't show up emotionally, it could look like Minnesota. If they do, I think they win. So I think there's a pretty wide variance here, just depending on the mentality of the team.
I do want to ask real quick, just because, a couple of weeks ago, obviously there was a lot of early speculation on Rule and Penn State and all that stuff. Then he signs the big old the extension. He alludes to getting the bags that he needs to keep moving forward and to compete. And then, drops a tough one at Penn State. What's the vibe in Lincoln right now surrounding the program, the trajectory of the program? I know people there are super rational and they're able to slow down and make good decisions. But what are people thinking right now about this whole program?
Yeah, I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster for a lot of the fan base right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen how people will feel about the season and the direction of the program come down to one game the way it will on Friday. If Nebraska beats Iowa, it's 8-4. It's a 2-game improvement from the regular season last year. You beat Iowa for just the second time in 11 years. You'll have broken long losing streaks to Wisconsin and Iowa in back-to-back years. Especially if you end up getting a bowl win, the vibes will be really, really high around here. If they lose to Iowa on Friday, there's going to be a lot of consternation and hand-wringing and it's going to be a really long off-season, frankly, in Nebraska. So I'm not sure. I think people that stop and think and are rational can look and say, hey, there's actually been a ton of progress. This is the first time Nebraska will have finished over 500 in consecutive years in a decade, and that is obvious, clear progress. But to the masses and kind of to the people that ride the emotional roller coaster, the game on Friday will have an enormous impact about how they feel about the offseason.
Sounds relatable. Do you want to talk about the Old Oak and Bucket or no?
Always love Oak and Bucket.
All right, Indiana traveling to Purdue. Wouldn't this be the most hilarious thing possible?
Oh God, I would love it. Yeah, I don't know that you can make this number high enough. 28.5 actually seems quite low here.
I was gonna say that's an incredibly surprisingly low number. Are they taking the weather into account? Are they taking the fact that it's a rivalry game? Like, why is that a low number?
Yeah, I mean, when Indiana and Purdue match up in football, you just got to throw out the records, right?
There you go.
I think part of it is, maybe it's the Wisconsin game from, last week or a couple weeks ago where, like, Indiana didn't really blow the doors off of them. Like, it's happened a few times this year. They didn't blow the doors off of Michigan State. Unfortunately, they did not extend that same courtesy to the Illini. But there's been a couple teams this year where you just sit there and you go, hey, they should probably win this game by 100, and then they just don't. So I don't know if that's what's happening here with Purdue, but this is the worst team with like Indiana's going to have faced all year, right? Like, I don't know how that number is not at least 35.
Yeah. So they win. Go ahead.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis at 7. Ravi Lula from Herd at Sports on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Once we get into the last week of the regular season of college football, Ravi, it's rivalry weekend, and one of the biggest in all sports is Ohio State and Michigan. Is this the year that Ohio State finally beats Michigan? I think it's been a little while.
Yeah, so this is a 4-game losing streak coming into this one for Ohio State. I'm absolutely fascinated by this, right? Because at some point it's got to be in their heads. And I think that point was last year right? There was absolutely no way with zero quarterback and a super mediocre Michigan team that Ohio State should have lost that game. So I sit here and I go, okay, Ryan Day has to be thinking about this, right? He also has to know if he loses to Michigan again and doesn't win another national championship, I think his job is actually in danger.
Wow.
Not this offseason, but if they get off to any kind of slow start next year, he's in actual trouble.
Wow.
Which is wild to talk about because Ryan Day is obviously very good at what he does and is, he won a freaking national championship.
Yeah.
But we also saw Penn State fire James Franklin, who was in a national semifinal last year and almost played Ohio State for that national championship. So, a couple bad weeks can catch up to you in a hurry, especially when you have the expectation levels of Ohio State, which I would argue are as high, if not higher, than anybody in the country. So, this is a really big game, and that has to be in the back of Ryan Day's mind at some point. That being said, Ohio State's clearly the better team.
Yeah.
And should win this game, but that's been true all but one of those games that they've lost, right? Except for the year when Michigan won the national title, Ohio State has clearly been the better team. And the year that Michigan won the national title, it was probably just even. I don't even know that it was a clear advantage Michigan. So I'm taking Ohio State here, but I'll be honest, I do not feel good about it. I don't feel good about the 9.5. I think Ohio State wins outright, but I think I'm taking Michigan to cover.
And that one has got an 11 a.m. kickoff in Ann Arbor. Let's real quick run through the rest of the afternoon slate. We've got Penn State at Rutgers, Oregon at Washington, which that game still intrigues me. Wisconsin on the road at Minnesota, and then UCLA and USC.
Yeah, so I think the most intriguing game, I think I'm with you, is Oregon-Washington. That game is absolutely fascinating because, and I've said this a couple weeks with you guys, I don't love how Oregon's looked. It doesn't quite look like they've got it all figured out. And I'll be honest, it looks like Dante Moore is closer to having a 3-interception game than he is to putting it all. I feel like he is teetering on having a disastrous game at some point. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the vibes I get when I watch him play. It sort of felt like Jaden Maeva last year, and sometimes this year, frankly, where it's he throws the ball to the other team and they don't catch it a lot. And so I just look at that and I go, okay, Washington's pretty good. It's at Washington. It's a rivalry game. I think I like Washington here. And I don't think that keeps Oregon from the playoff. It's only their second loss, but I think I like Washington here. This is I think a bigger game for Washington because I do think Oregon has the playoff sewed up than it is for Oregon at this point. So I think I'm taking the Huskies here.
Does the over-under at 50.5 feel low?
I don't know. Oregon has struggled to score at times against good defenses. So I think there's a chance that might be okay. It's probably a little low. I probably would have gone 54.5, but I don't know. I mean, there's been some 18-16s in Oregon's season this year that feel very out of character. So I don't know that it's crazy low, but I'd probably bump it at least a field goal.
Okay, and then nightcap, we got Illinois Northwestern here in Champaign. Snowmageddon is showing up this weekend. You got a couple teams, Illinois, who probably underperformed this year record-wise. Northwestern, who has definitely, I would think, overperformed record-wise 100%. This year. Yeah, what do we feel going on? This feels very similar to what you said about Nebraska and Iowa, and the fact that I think a lot of the emotion of what has there's a lot of emotion into this game, depending on the outcome. So what do you see happening?
Yeah, so I think you're right. If Illinois wins, they're basically exactly who I thought they were last year, right? We had this conversation at the beginning of the year where I said, I think last year was their leap. I think this is a 9-3 or 8-4 team. They win. They're right at that 8-4 spot. I really think this is about what I expected them to be. They had all the close wins last year. and it was basically either going to be, hey, some of those close games are going to go against them this year, or those close games turn into bigger wins for Illinois, and I was kind of leaning towards those close games go against them this year. I think you're right. Northwestern has way overperformed. Like David Braun is really, really good at what he does, because that's not a team that talent-wise or on paper should be in a bowl game. That makes me a little bit nervous if I'm Illinois. I will say, physically, like, Illinois should win this game. Like, that should be a game they win. The 6.5, I think, is probably about right. I would have maybe made it a little lower, but I really don't know about, like, what the mentality, like, you'd probably be able to tell me better. The mentality of Illinois, I think, is kind of fascinating here for me, because if they're not able, like, if they feel kind of like you do that this has been an underachieving year, sometimes it's really easy to let that slip out of your fingers if you thought, like Illinois did to start the season, that they had a legitimate shot at the playoff. I mean, I would think they were, 12th when the season started? So a lot of things have not gone the way people wanted them to. And if you're sitting there and you go, okay, is this still on the table for us to accomplish any of our goals here? Not really. So what does the mentality of the team look like? I think that's going to be, again, like you said, much like the Iowa-Nebraska game, I think the emotions of where this Illinois team's at is going to have a huge factor on what ends up happening in this game. I pick Illinois because, I mean, they're just better, but that is something that, like, I probably wouldn't bet it because I don't have a good feel on where they're at emotionally.
Robbie, as always, great stuff, my man. We appreciate your time. So you have a great holiday, and we will talk to you next week, all right?
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, sir. That is Ravi Lula from Herd at Sports, and always fantastic insight when we take a trip around the Big Ten with him every week. We are due for a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk more Illini football and more maybe Snowmageddon, if it is going to be a Snowmageddon. Chris Kwasinski from Fox 32 in Chicago. He covers Northwestern. He covers the Bears. He does a fantastic job covering college athletics in general, is going to join us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. So that is next on The Drive.
Swings, and it's a high fly ball. That's hit deep, way back. It's a goner and a game winner.
Busch Stadium is more than a ballpark. It's where traditions live on. Season tickets keep you at the heart of it all, game after game. Feel the energy of every pitch, celebrate every walk-off win, and create memories that last a lifetime. Plus, enjoy exclusive benefits and experiences available only for season ticket holders. Don't miss your chance to be part of the 2026 season. Unlock your benefits now at cardinals.com/season tickets.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar! La, 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 la.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Should be some winter weather fun Saturday night. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. And we're gearing up for senior night at Geese Memorial Stadium. Very happy to have on the phone with us from Fox 32 in Chicago. He covers the Bears, he covers Northwestern, and plenty more. Chris Kwasinski is joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm good today, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. It is cold. It is windy here. No snow or rain just yet, but apparently it's on the way.
Chris, hold on. Before we do anything important, we got to do the most important thing.
Are you going to ask him about the draft?
No. Here, I'm just saying, Chris, what is the best Thanksgiving side?
Here he goes.
Guys, it's mashed potatoes.
Come on!
What are we doing here?
Let's go! What is even happening right now?
All right, Chris, every week we do a Tuesday draft. This week, Evan got the first overall pick, and yesterday he took mashed potatoes with his first pick. Rightfully so. I would have as well, but it's getting pretty heated. I mean, we have listeners that are saying not nice things to each other on social media over the Thanksgiving side dishes. So,
guys, I'm so sorry, but Evan, dude, dinner rolls with your third pick? Okay, Curtis, deviled eggs. Who eats deviled eggs for Thanksgiving, man?
Wow.
Come on.
He hates both of us.
I'm just saying. I got a lot to say about this, man. I feel very strongly about it.
I actually do have some issues with what has gone down here. The more that I've thought about it, but I'm sorry. I only go to Texas Roadhouse for the free rolls.
Is that why you go to Roadhouse?
And literally, free bread, you got me automatically. So yeah, I stand by what I did.
All right. Well, Chris, we appreciate your time. No, I'm kidding. Well, let's get into it. It was for Illini fans quite a bit of disappointment this past weekend with the loss to Wisconsin. Northwestern feels like a team that's maybe ascending at the right time, that has some decent bowl game aspirations. What are you looking for? What are your thoughts on the season so far and this annual rivalry game on Saturday night?
Honestly, guys, it's a really interesting time for this rivalry to hit because last year, I remember sitting there at Wrigley Field, Brett Bielema was telling us, hey, guys, you got to respect the opponent. You got to respect who on the other side. And Illinois just didn't really respect Northwestern those handful of years, and it's the reason why that Northwestern was able to get the upper hand in that rivalry. But this specific weekend, I'm really interested in seeing kind of what happens. There's just two teams on two separate strands of luck, I guess. It's hard to look at this and see Illinois on an upswing, especially after you lose last week to Wisconsin team that seemed pretty hapless not even a month ago. And Northwestern coming off, they finally snapped their Wrigley streak, beating Minnesota, which it really looked good in the first half. I thought Northwestern was going to get blown out. Drake Lindsey was looking fantastic, and Minnesota was up 28-13 at one point. But the one thing I will say about Northwestern is this season they found ways to just kind of pull themselves up by their big boy pants and kind of go after it. There's been a couple times this year. I think Nebraska was one of those on the road, and USC in their very next week on the road. Those are two tough teams, but they played them pretty well. The USC score was a little bit of a misnomer considering Northwestern was on the verge of taking the lead with a pick six until he fumbled out of the back of the end zone there. So, I mean, if you give Northwestern an inch, they'll take a mile. And I know it's really reminiscent of those Pat Fitzgerald teams from days of old, I guess, if you want to say. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how Northwestern capitalizes on the momentum it built from the Minnesota game. And I'm really interested in seeing if Illinois can find a way to scrounge some together for this rivalry game.
That's a great question. I think we're all trying to figure that out too.
Yeah.
Because you look at two programs. We just talked to someone else about this that almost went in opposite directions from what they expected at the beginning of the year. In Illinois, where had some people saying outside playoff shot, and then all of a sudden that kind of begins to go downhill. And I don't know if anyone really had expectations of Northwestern this year. I think David Braun's done an incredible job with that program coming out of what they did. What's the vibe up there in Evanston about what he's doing and how people feel about him?
Yeah, I think it's kind of tough because you look at what he did that first season, and you win 8 games coming after that entire offseason of just struggle, of strife and all the bad things that kind of happened with the program. I mean, there was so much that they could have done that first year. They could have gone winless. I think most people, if you would ask, saying, hey, what do you expect out of them? A lot of people, myself included, would have been like, not much, but they won 8 games. They won the Las Vegas Bowl. They beat Utah, and that's no slouch. I mean, Kyle Whittingham, having spent some time around that program, too, in the past, I could tell you that program's no slouch. They know how to win games, and obviously last year going 4-8 was a little bit of a sting, but I feel like that was kind of a back to earth. Hey, reality check. This is going to get tough, and it's only going to get tougher too with this expanded Big Ten conference look. And this year, I think it was one of those litmus tests of okay, well, where are you? Where are you going to go here? Because you got your guys, you got Tim McGarvey, you got Zach Lujan. You went out and you got an experienced quarterback transfer, and that first game, I thought it was. I didn't think he was going to go very well because Tulane was just punking him. That score was 23-3 was not close. It was not even that close. But I will tell you, David Braun has done a really good job of getting guys to buy in. I mean, the whole part of just kind of building back from the tragedy, and I guess where the program was back when Fitz was fired, because this program really was left for dead, and he came in and brought it up kind of single handedly, and I give him a lot of credit for it, and I think this year was a testament of, okay, I think David can get it done. I think he's got the opportunity to really go out there and make some noise, and it's kind of hard to look at like college football playoff aspirations, even though that's kind of what he said that he wants to have, and frankly, we should. Every team should. If you're in the Big Ten, you have a free avenue to get there, but I think it's one of those things where he's kind of proven that, okay, well, we can start winning games. And they're a player or two away from beating Michigan. They're a player or two away from beating Nebraska. That happens. You're talking about a Northwestern team that's on the verge of 8-9 wins. That's pretty impressive.
So as we look at Saturday, what do you believe Northwestern has to do successfully? What is their key to this game to pulling off the upset in Champaign?
It's got to run the ball. I mean, the offense goes when Caleb Komolafe goes. And when Cam Porter went down, again, another inflection point where I'm looking at this team like, how are you going to scrounge success? Because Cam Porter was a big guy and building that success. I like Joseph Hyman too, but he was very good as a complementary back to Komolafe. But right now, Komolafe's come on in a way that I'm like, oh, wow, this is the next Cam Porter, and this is maybe the next Tyrell Sutton, Justin Jackson type of ball carrier for Northwestern. That's high praise, but last week against Minnesota, they were bottling him up. They were stacking the box, and he was just cutting through it. And as soon as he starts cutting through it and cutting off big gains, then that opens up the play-action pass game for Northwestern. And Preston Stone showed what he could do. Second half of that game, he went 15 for 15. A lot of those are play-action. A lot of those was built off the run. And a lot of guys came out and really grew up for Northwestern against Minnesota. And I think that's what they have to do to win the game. I think you can count on the defense to get a turnover or two. You can count on the defense to do its job a little bit. But they also have to just not make stupid mistakes. I mean, Coy Parrish is a fantastic player for Minnesota. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see what this guy is all about, but he had a 93-yard kick return, and Northwestern kept kicking to him. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, guys, what are we doing here? And I mean this in all sincerity of, like, sometimes they just do things that make you scratch your head, and you got to avoid that against this Illinois team, which has a talent.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Chris Kwasinski from Fox 32 Chicago joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. And, Chris, we won't take up too much more of your time. But on Monday, and we talk with Jay Lehman every Monday here on The Drive. He was in studio with us, and the conversation turned to maybe there's just too much film now on what the Illini do offensively and defensively, and that's where some of this decline has come. Have you gotten any sort of vibe from that? Do you feel like there's something that you've seen that can be exploited by Northwestern on Saturday night?
I mean, I think it's one of those things where once a team gets good, then, it's one of those, the hunter becomes the hunted in a way. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure that kind of fell on Illinois' shoulders this year. And I mean, you talked to Luke Altmaier, came up before the season started and all that stuff. And he was at Wrigley for a game and they threw out the first pitch. And, it was a good time to sit there and kind of reflect on, hey, like this program's come a long way. It really has under under Coach Brett. And I mean, this is a guy that, you saw him jump ship from Wisconsin to Arkansas and chase the glory, but now he's really found his niche here in Champaign. I really, really think he's doing a great job, but I think it's one of those things where he's kind of last couple of years fallen into pitfalls. And some of these games where you're expecting them to be in, and granted, the Indiana game, I feel like you can look back and say, oh, well, that's a national championship contender. So it's okay if you go on the road and you get punked by a team that's that good. I think the Ohio State loss is a lot, I guess, lighter than what people are saying. I think that's a good example of how that team can play when, their backs are against the wall, except Ohio State's just Ohio State. They're always going to be a wagon. But, you can't have pitfalls against Wisconsin. You can't have it against Washington, and you want to be this team that's going to contend for a CFP. I think the pressure, I don't know if the pressure was too big. I don't know if the pressure was something that was just kind of there. And, you saw it last year a lot with Northwestern, honestly. That pressure was kind of there, and it kind of cracked it a couple times. And I think the quarterback position was a big reason that Northwestern struggled last year. And I think this year, having it figured out in Champaign with Luke Altmaier, that's a guy that's come on pretty strong the last couple of years and kind of flipped the script of when he first started here. But I think it's one of those things where you got to find a way to shake off the pressure and to kind of shake off that. Play the game. You guys are talented. You got to go out and win the game too. And I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's going to help define Coach Bellamo's tenure in Champaign if he can get over that.
Awesome stuff, Chris. We appreciate your time. I know this was the last minute. We'll kind of pulling back the curtain a little bit, and appreciate you hopping on with us. So have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope we get to talk to you again soon once we get into basketball season.
Yeah, my pleasure. Anytime, guys.
Hey,
short notice or not, I love chalk and sports.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, okay, Bears got a shot on Friday.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Bears.
Come on, man. Yeah, let's go.
Duh, sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, Bears, Eagles,
Great,
Friday.
hottest team in the NFL. This is the best team we've watched in, 25, 30 years. What's happening?
Start planning the parade now, Chris. Come on.
Hey, not Bears, right? But I think right now, I think you got to look at this team. We just got done talking to a lot of the guys in the locker room. The spirits are up. The spirits are so high. Last year at this point, it literally is the year mark from they fired Matt Eberflus, and now you're looking at a completely different team that has somehow washed the stink of a 10-game losing streak away. A lot of the same guys on the same roster. Look, at first, if you'd have told me like a couple days ago, I would have said, nah, Eagles got this. They're just better. They got better coaches. They've been together longer. But, right now, Eagles lost to the Cowboys. Bears blew the brakes off the Cowboys, guys. So now we're looking at this like, what do the Bears got to do to win? You just got to keep it close. You can keep denying Caleb Williams all you want, but this guy just wins games. And the energy in Hallis Hall today was light. It was good. These guys aren't, obviously they're not overlooking the reigning Super Bowl champs, but they're ready. These guys just win games. And I think that's impressive, especially since they're not even anywhere near their full potential.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my question for Friday then. Will we have a linebacker?
We absolutely, because DeMarco Jackson was the guy that had 15 tackles last week. He's the third string linebacker. Amin Agbagbamiga is out there getting 14 tackles. He's a special teams guy. And I wrote about this today for Fox32.com. They have a contingency plan for linebacker, and they've had it for the beginning of the year. And we're just now seeing it because guys are getting injured. They have a staff that understands, well, you can't wait till guys get injured to have the contingency plan. You got to have it in place. So a lot of these guys are kind of brought in with the expectation that they play, and they've had to play. I give them full credit. Dennis Allen's already good. He's a good defensive coordinator. We know that. As a head coach, maybe not. But as a defensive coordinator, he's shown that he's got these guys playing the right way and the way that he wants them to play, which is actually pretty impressive.
Well, I love that. Yeah, we were talking last week. So that means 15 tackles on Sunday. DeMarco Jackson more than tripled his career total in tackles in one game. What a great season this is. So, I mean, we're just changing lives left and right. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but I think the litmus test has to come not this weekend, but the weekend after that when the Bears go up to Lambeau Field. If you really are different, if you are a different team from Bears, the shades of Bears past, you got to go up there and beat the Packers. And I think they've got a good chance to do it. I'm not thoroughly impressed by the Packers this year, so if you want to prove you're different, there's your shot.
Chris, great stuff, man. Well, now you've stepped into it, and you're going to have to talk Bears with us because our sister station is a local flagship for the Bears. So now you're a regular Bears contributor, whether you want to be or not. That's it. We did it.
Hey,
all
see,
right.
Told you.
Where can people find you on the socials, man?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at @OTK_. Find all my stuff at fox32chicago.com/sports. We got plenty of stuff coming up there. Mostly my wheelhouse is college football and college basketball and the Bears. So anything you need from those two avenues, I got you covered.
That's what we do around here. All right. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir, and we appreciate your time.
You guys too. Happy holidays.
That is Chris Kwasinski from Fox 32 in Chicago. Very kind of him to join us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Yeah, and again, a peek behind the curtain. We had someone lined up to talk Northwestern, give that perspective, and they had to cancel last minute. And I reached out to Chris and gave it a shot, and he was like, yeah, absolutely, man. Just let me know what time. I'll hop on. So we really do appreciate that.
Was it Mike Kafka? Is that who we had on the line?
It might have been Mike Kafka. I'm not going to reveal that. I'm not going to reveal it. But what I will reveal is we've got a little bit of time left for you to vote and vote for me in our Thanksgiving side dishes draft.
This is pretty wild.
Is it getting that? Well, it's getting tight.
Well, on Instagram, we're 50-50. So we're tied on Instagram. The text line, it is 4-4.
That's
what is it? You got X open right now. What is X?
Well, let me refresh it because I think you just took the lead on X. I think you've got me by one vote now on Twitter. He just took the lead.
Wow. 50 out of 63 votes.
Yeah. Okay. He's getting down.
And
the
then
wire.
the text that I sent out.
Are we counting you texting your friends?
Here's the thing. Once again, I said Team A, Team B. I did not put a name on it. I'm just letting people respond.
We are so overdue for a break, but that is okay. We are having some fun. It's Thanksgiving Eve. We'll talk more Illini. We'll get into our draft results and okay. I'm sweating it like I got the meat sweats. Like I ate too much on Thanksgiving. That's all next on the drive.
Gilfer Trucking.
Well, this is some of the most stressful times in the office for Beth and Donna, or they're under the pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And, of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
That's awesome. And you try it as a rule to have your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
That is the number one rule in operations is that drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on their job.
It's a really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnace is running safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today, or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. This is the most heated couple 3 days of radio I think I've ever done. And it's all because of Thanksgiving side dishes. It's unbelievable. And if you're just joining us, we've got a little bit of time left before we will reveal who won our latest Tuesday draft, which, of course, it wraps up today.
X is totally split.
It's 50-50 in a lot of places. However, and normally I wouldn't reveal who votes, but I just got word about a certain local celebrity that voted for Evan, and I'm a little upset about it. So I'm gonna reveal that here in just a moment. But give a quick update. Because we got Tristan to talk to about the IHSA playoff.
We'll fully break down. We've got the identities of who voted in certain spots. But on X right now, 64 votes. It is 50-50. 32 for me, 32 for Curtis. On the text line, a bunch of votes just came in on the text line. My vote is for Evan on the Turkey Day sides. Curtis needs a Facebook poll also, if we're allowing that.
Facebook poll? Did you put something on Facebook
I
that
didn't.
I don't know
I
about?
don't know what that means. Why would you get a Facebook poll? I don't know. And so there's stuff, but the text line I think is even. No, you're up 1 on the text line. Whew. And then my personal text that I sent out anonymously. I'm not sending out to all my friends saying, this is mine, vote for me. That's not what's happening. It's not what's happening. But I'm rolling in that one, so we'll see if we allow that or not.
I'll find out if there's any chicanery in this, as I always do.
There's no chicanery.
No chicanery on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Tristan Thomas.
Is the ultimate chicanery right here.
No
Tristan
chicanery.
Is full chicanery.
No, he is not. Tristan, how are you doing, sir? It's Thanksgiving Eve. We're getting ready to eat turkey and talk football, man.
Yeah, it's honestly my favorite holiday. Like, it's just football and food. Like, it's just very simple. There's no, like, gift expectations. Who do you get them for? What do you expect? Like, all that stuff. It's just football, food, and just, chill out all day. So my favorite holiday, I'm doing a lot of cooking. The sides are my go-to. I make a pretty mean mac and cheese. It's not just your standard mac and cheese, by the way. I can fill you in if you want.
Oh,
I make some cranberry sauce. That's one of the easiest things you can home make. Like, forget about it. If you're doing the stuff in the can, you're doing it wrong.
So wait, who'd you vote for then?
I voted Evan. I went with you, man.
Another celebrity vote for this guy.
Why are the celebrities all voting for you?
Yeah.
I told him I think
mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
Right.
come on. I think my list trends younger. I think
we
that's
were just
what we're-
doo-doo.
Yeah, I think my list trends younger because young people don't like stuffing.
Yeah,
Because we have refined palates.
I like stuffing. It's fine, but it's not like a must-have. Like, mac and cheese is a must-have. I think mashed potatoes is usually a must-have in there too. Dinner rolls, you got to have those, especially
Thank you.
if they're the beef house rolls.
Yes.
You get those beef house rolls.
Thank
those are
you.
the move. So the 1, 2, 3 is just too strong at the top. Like, I like green bean casserole. I've made that, but it's too much. Evan's list clears for sure.
Well, all right, Tristan. On that note, let's look past Thanksgiving. Let's look at the IHSA playoffs being completely serious. We've got a couple of area schools that are vying for a state championship this weekend.
Yeah, let's not bury the lead. Unity St. Joe.
Wow, what a game!
Oh, man.
What happened
What
this
a game.
past weekend?
Yeah.
So I wasn't there, but I put together the highlights from that game, and my goodness, like, you could have run a 3-minute highlight on that game. SJO took an early lead, thinking maybe, hey, upset here. Is the 14 seed going to keep this going? But then the Unity defense getting, I think, back-to-back pick sixes. One of them was wild, just like a tip drill, run it in. And so they retook the lead, but then SJO bounced back, recovered a fumble, their own fumble for a touchdown, and then Unity just makes enough plays there at the end, winning a shootout, 51-44. That game was wild. Maybe not even the most wild game we were following last week, because I can get into the Rochester game later. But yeah, Unity, really impressive stuff, and they've got a tough matchup against the 2-seed Byron, undefeated. I think last year was expected to make a run and tripped up in the playoffs before state. They're hungry to get back. Similar to Unity, I guess, as the Rockets were right there in the playoffs too last year. So that's going to be a tough task. I was looking at Byron's matchups in their schedule throughout the year. I believe they've only had one game that's I don't think they've had a game within single digits. I want to effort that real quickly. Their second game, 28-7, I think is their closest matchup all year. So they've just been blowing teams out. They won their semifinal matchup 44-10. So they are going to be tough to deal with. But hey, I'm excited to see what this Unity team is going to be able to do in that one. Maroa Forsyth winning away pretty convincing fashion, but a road win for the Trojans, beating Arthur Lovington out with Hammond. They've got a tough matchup against Wilmington. That is going to be a tough game as well. I believe Wilmington is undefeated. That's going to be, a team with the pedigree. 12-1 Wilmington is actually. But Maroa Forsyth 11-2. They made the finals last year, and then really a tough matchup in a game that wasn't all that close against, I believe, Calvary Christian. It was. So again, the Trojans, they've been there. It's just, can they complete it this time? To be determined. But a team that's shown a lot of resiliency throughout the year, where you talk about maybe earlier in the year you didn't know if they'd get back there, and their culture. Head coach Josh Joseph after the game actually said, hey, this isn't a game we won, last week or the last 7 days. We won this game a year ago. We won this game 5 years ago with our culture and just the way we operate. And certainly the winning year after year they've had it speaks to that. And then 4A, the wild game I mentioned, Rochester Breeze Central, a back-and-forth game. I believe second half, fourth quarter maybe, Rochester was down 35-21. They were down 14, came all the way back to tie it. A big play on defense, too, near the end of regulation. Nate Swaney, you got to go to my Facebook page. I posted it over there, Tristan Thomas, WCIA. One of the best interceptions I've seen all football season, any level. Like a tip drill, had like a Julian Edelman-esque, like, how did he keep that ball off the ground type play? And then the Rockets, again, last week they were ahead, and then SHG came back and went to overtime. And Rochester, of course, had the field goal to win it, missed it, and then still was able to bounce back and win in overtime. This was a come from behind, get to overtime, and then punch it in to win it. They gave up a touchdown and then scored a touchdown, then went for two and got it, and beat Breeze Central 43-42. And just like that, Derek Leonard and the Rockets are back in the state finals, and a tough matchup against a Montini team that was 3A last year. They're up to 4A, who's the reigning state champions, and they're undefeated. So that's another tough matchup. So that's, it's the state finals, right? Like you're not going to play any easy games. But I think we talk about the three combined area teams facing, teams with only one loss between the three of them. That speaks a lot to the opponents and the challenge they're up for. But excited to see these three teams we've been following all year, get another chance to shine and chance to take home the ultimate prize.
Well, and you have done a fantastic job with it. ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Tristan Thomas from WCIA 3 on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. And real fast, I got to apologize because I think at the start of the show, I said it was Arthur Lovington in the state championship game and not Maroa Forsyth. So I apologize for that. Obviously it's Maroa Forsyth.
Don't worry, nobody's listening. Anyway.
You know what? I should have that one. You know what I give myself for that?
We were just doo-doo.
Yeah, I was doo-doo at the start of the top of the show. But no, you have done a fantastic job covering this. So
yeah,
I mean it's tough when you're talking high school sports to make a real prediction. But are you feeling good about one area school or maybe more than one bringing home a state title this weekend?
If I had to pick one team to do it, it would be Rochester. They've gone to state. They've won it in multiple different cities, wherever it is. The Rockets and Derek Leonard in that program just seem to be able to do it year after year. And it'll just be interesting to see how they match up skill-wise. If they get in a close game, like I would expect the Rockets to win it because they've shown, hey, they don't blink if they get in a close game. Like they're just gonna make the plays they need to get it done. I mean, they've got so many different skill guys. I think I mentioned their two quarterbacks, Tanner Beal and J.P. Leonard. They got so many different skill guys they throw to. Tristan Stanton, Nate Swaney, a guy that is their running backs. They've got like 4 or 5 different running backs. It's like it's almost like Illinois. Like who's their starting running back? Where it's like, well, they kind of give it to 3 or 4 or 5 different guys. So it's they've got the talent. They've got the pedigree. Another one of those programs that's just they've built this thing throughout the years, and a chance to add to that list of state titles that they've won over the years. I'm going with the Rockets. If there's a team that's going to do it, I'd be pretty impressed. Otherwise, if either those other schools can get it done, but hey, it's state. You never know, and certainly an unforgettable experience either way for all these teams getting to go play there.
So I don't want to switch gears too fast. So obviously we have state finals this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and normal. Yeah. Which will you be out there normal for both days? You splitting the days up? How's that work for your team?
So we don't have any teams out on Saturday. So Friday is the main day. Main day we're covering that. Sports director Glenn Tinley will be out there, and also on our sister station WCIX, the games will be broadcast. I think I did that a couple weeks ago. It is. I have seen the commercial. I can confirm that it is on there.
Yes,
we've seen the live promo. We know it's happening. So there you go. So locally, we can watch the games. All right.
I love that. So okay, so that's Friday, and if you so inclined, Saturday as well. Friday's a full day.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much going on Friday. Yeah. Illinois basketball at Madison Square Garden, Bears football at 2:30, I think. And then,
Can't wait.
your
8-3 Chicago Bears.
Come
How
on.
about it?
Yeah.
Start planning the parade.
So that's going on this weekend. But now to kind of flip gears a little bit, are there any holiday basketball tournaments, local basketball squads that we should be paying attention to this year, or is it still too early to know who we should be watching?
Yeah, it's still pretty early. I've seen some preseason rankings out there. I think I've seen Unity's got a lot of guys back, and a lot of their players. I imagine some of those guys are still playing football, right? I imagine that's part of the cost balance of making a run in the football playoffs. But it's a little too early. I think still some I know like the Decatur turkey tournament's underway this weekend. I'll say some other stuff I've been covering. Yesterday, I was at my college alma mater, EIU. The Panthers winning an OVC volleyball tournament on their home floor. Pretty cool stuff under first-year head coach Ryan Millar. So they made the tournament in 2023 under the previous coach, Sarah Thomas. Last year, they finished 9-19. She leads the program, and Millar takes over, a former Olympian himself. As an athlete, and he took over the volleyball program and wins a co-title in the regular season, get to host the OVC tournament, and then pull it out in a sweep over Morehead State last night. That was pretty cool. Maroa Forsyth grad Lily Amidis is a senior outside hitter on that team, so got to chat with her, and she was the OVC tournament MVP. So pretty cool for her getting to play for this program and make a big impact, obviously, in her home state. So that was pretty cool to see that winning their selection for the NCAA tournament on Sunday. So we'll be excited to see where the Panthers are heading. And then tonight, Illinois women's basketball taking on Western Kentucky, coming off probably the most impressive performance of the season with that win at Florida State. Big games for Gretchen Dolan, Letty Vasconcelos. So covering all that amidst some of the high-profile football and basketball.
Great stuff as always. I'm going to leave you with this one, Tristan. When I got home last night, I immediately got a phone call from my mom to tell me that you were on Channel 3, and she wanted me to know because she knows I talk to you every week. So
Did you know?
Tristan, have a happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate you, man, and we will talk again real soon.
Well, thank you to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you to the viewers as well. I always love chatting with you when we see you in the community and whatnot. But, looking forward to a fun holiday weekend, and hope you guys enjoy that as well.
Thank you for your service and your vote, sir.
Oh, whatever. All right, that's enough of that. That is Tristan Thomas from WCIA 3 joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. We are due for another break when we've still got time for you to do the right thing and vote for me. And I'm going to reveal.
Wow.
Here's what I'm going to do. This may blow up in my face and backfire, but I'm going to reveal one celebrity vote that I know of. First of all, thank you, Jay Money, on the text line for saying he voted for me as a celebrity. We appreciate that, Jay Money.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
This is either going to help me or hurt me coming up next. I'm going to reveal one celebrity vote and how it has deeply affected me. Plus, we'll talk about Brad Underwood's outfit today ahead of the trip out to New York.
Predictions?
We got to do predictions as well for Illinois basketball and football. We got that, and maybe we'll do an early toast since we're off tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah, I got some thoughts. Let's talk about this during the break.
All right, next on The Drive.
Join Stevie J Broadcasting in supporting people living a rich and meaningful life with DSC's Tree of Hope campaign going on now. Each holiday season, a wish list is put together. And if you would like to be someone's secret Santa and pledge to shop and give before December 10th, head to the website at dsc-illinois.org for all the details on how to give, where the list has been provided to give you a meaningful way to make a direct and personal impact. Provide a present or light a bulb on the DSC Tree of Hope on display at Market View and North Prospect to make the season bright. Plus, you can raise a little hope with a special beer release from Triptych Brewing to support DSC's Tree of Hope campaign. Wednesday, December 3rd at Bunny's Tavern between 4:30 and 6:30. 121 West Water Street in downtown Urbana. Learn more about assisting over 1,200 people in our community with disabilities at dsc-illinois.org.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family-owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Gobble, gobble. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. This is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you, sir.
Yeah. Did you know turkeys don't even gobble?
What do they do?
Have you ever heard a turkey go gobble, gobble? They go.
That's a gobble. That's a really good gobble you just did there. It's the best gobble I've heard.
I don't think I would describe that as gobble.
What would you call it?
I don't know. What do you do? It's like.
I know what I would
say. It's not a gobble.
We were just doo-doo. It's doo-doo. That's what I'd call that. It's a doo-doo gobble. Never mind. I take it back. So, if you're just joining us, we've had a very, very, very busy show so far today. We appreciate you hopping on and joining us. Spend some of your early holiday weekend with us. Hopefully, it's been a good one so far. Our Tuesday draft was yesterday. We selected the best Thanksgiving side dishes, and I have never seen a more heated debate between listeners, family, friends. I mean, this is intense stuff.
I think we've broken up families.
Like, I'm a little worried that we might have done
Friendships ended on X already.
I don't want any friends.
Someone got called a socialist.
There's people calling each other.
I mean, it's wild.
There's people who's communist and social. You're a communist if you don't like deviled eggs or something like that. It's on there. There's a lot of people just
give them a heater.
There's a lot of giving them the heater. But I gotta tell you, there was one vote. Here's another thing. If you're just joining us, Evan has reached out to every local celebrity that he knows, and believe me, he knows a lot of them.
Some of them responded, some didn't.
And a little sad because
Trump just texted me.
I love deviled eggs. Curtis gets my vote.
He feels like a stuffing guy.
But I'm a little sad because
one came in. That hurts you deep.
It hurt me a lot. And if you're familiar with this sad music, you might know who it is. You reached out to Uncle Lon and asked him to choose between me and you.
That's not what I asked.
And he picked you.
That's not what I asked.
Uncle Lonte, who I love dearly,
Tears are filling up their glass.
He picked your list over mine.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read you verbatim the text that I sent. I said, quick, Who wins? This is for the show.
I'll turn off the sad music while you read this.
Team A. No, the sad music can go ahead because it's sad for you. It's happy for me.
Go ahead.
Can you play some Black Eyed Peas or something while I'm reading this?
No.
Quick, who wins for the radio show? Team A, mashed potatoes, green gravy, mac and cheese, dinner rolls, corn casserole, cinnamon apples. Team B, stuffing, baked sweet potato, cheesy potatoes, deviled eggs, green bean casserole. His response, gotta go A.
I can hear him saying it.
Mashed potatoes and dinner rolls for the win. I do love stuffing, though. And I said, thank you for your service, sir. And he said, haha.
That is an Uncle Lon text. All caps, haha, is an Uncle Lon text.
That's all I'm going to say is every text, I copied and pasted that text. This is for the show. This is Team A, and this is Team B.
There are coaches. There are other analysts. There are current players that Evan reached out to. We won't reveal who they are. But I was hurt by some, but none hurt me more than finding out that Uncle Lon chose you over me.
I think it's okay for some of them. So I got Lonte. You got, we said earlier, BBV, Benjamin Bosmans-Verdonk, who's just killing life right now. He's a lawyer in Chicago.
Got to be doing all right if you're a lawyer in Chicago.
He's doing okay. Can you imagine that dude walking into a courtroom?
You know who I just got? Oh, that would be intimidating.
Who you just got?
Who I just got a vote from? Marion Camargo. Thank you on the Max Twin Cities
Why
Recycling
is my
text
home?
line.
That's my people's land, Camargo.
I bet Mary knows Uncle Lon too because he's got family there in Camargo. I believe he's got. I think that's where his mom lives, if I'm not mistaken. But I digress from
I'm going to say one thing. I'm a little
hurt by it, Uncle Lon, but I still love you,
One
buddy.
thing. Mary from Camargo, I also see her birth date on this poll. Makes sense that she'd vote for you.
Whatever, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
We were just doo-doo.
Whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we still got a little bit of time before we reveal who's won, but this is tight. It's 50-50 on this. We had a text come in from Heath on the text line. You guys, did you guys happen to see Underwood's traveling outfit today? Did you see him recreate the Balkan outfit? If you're not familiar, all right, I don't know. Somebody on Reddit did an AI picture months ago of Brad Underwood in the Balkans. He's doing this cool squat. He's got it looks like a cigarette hanging out of his mouth or something like that. And then another picture of him with my guys, the Balkan Brutes. All right, all the guys from the Balkans are in this photo. Today, as they're getting ready to travel to New York City for their game on Friday against UConn, Underwood recreated the outfit. He did poses. He recreated the squat. It's fantastic. And we retweeted it and we posted as well on our socials. So follow us at The Drive 935 to check that out. It's worth it. It will put a smile on your face. It will restore your faith in humanity seeing Brad Underwood show this sense of humor that we know he has. It's fantastic.
I'm going to say two things here. So they posted it and they said not AI, by the way.
Yeah, not AI. Yeah,
so that's
know
good.
It's real.
The AI photo added some weight to Brad.
He's a little more slim
but
than
in
the
real
real
life,
deal.
man, he looks good. He looks like he's going to get some business done.
Yeah.
And the custom, what do they call that hat in the Balkans? I know what it is here. It's a Kangol hat. But what do they call it in the Balkans?
I think
what kind of a hat
I think
is
they
that?
call it a derby.
A derby?
I think they call it a derby.
He's wearing the derby.
What was that British?
I don't know. That was probably more Scottish.
We were just doo-doo.
From the 217, I vote for Evan along with 55 over 80-year-old seniors who love him. Is that somebody in your family texting in?
I don't know who that is.
Well, all right. Well,
217 text. Let me enter the number and I can figure it out.
I could probably ask my mom to text in and vote for me, but that would take an hour to get her to figure out how to do the text.
No, Mom.
Wait a minute. I have to FaceTime you.
Just text the number.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm gonna ask my wife how many times she's voted for me. Hold on.
Let's. Oh, that went off like a bomb in my head. I'm stuttering over. Wait a minute. You're asking your wife what?
What the hell?
Yeah, man. Hey, come on.
She did have two issues. Her first issue was deviled eggs is not a side; it's an app. I talked her down from that one. I said no because it's even in our family.
Talked her down.
I said no. I actually think that's a great pick. I wish I would have thought about it. Here's my issue. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Give me all your issues.
Here's my problem. So you took a baked sweet potato.
I said I took sweet potatoes. Yes.
You took. No.
You added the baked. So.
No, I said, do you mean like a baked sweet potato? And you said, yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe I did say that.
So you took a baked sweet potato. I then was not allowed to take sweet potato casserole. And I think somebody texted in, Lindy or somebody texted in. They're like, it's the same base element. You can't use it.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Tell me then how I, with the first pick, took mashed potatoes, and the second pick took mac and cheese, and then with your third pick, you took cheesy potatoes.
Because I was pretty upset about you taking those two, so I decided.
You just combined my first two and then took a dish.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving, man. What do you want me to do?
But I couldn't take sweet potato casserole.
I mean, I guess you could. Do you want to try to sub out now? Might affect your list.
No, if
we
I
have to start the process.
I'm going to tell you right
again.
now. I think if I changed corn casserole to sweet potato casserole, you would have no votes.
Okay, we'll see.
What was I doing? I was putting this.
Hell, I don't know what you were doing over there. I have no idea what you were doing.
You never know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
I know who that is.
Oh, you're trying to figure out who was the texted in. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're overdue for another break. We're a little bit behind. It's okay.
We argued so much. All right.
Let's run through the list real quick. Let's run through.
What's the list?
Our what we drafted.
Oh, our items?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. People know so far, right? All right. So I took mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, dinner rolls, corn casserole, and cinnamon apples. Curtis took insulation from your attic, a baked sweet potato.
What are you doing?
Are you even listening?
I am listening. I know what I picked.
I said you picked insulation from your attic.
Oh,
stuffing.
No, I didn't hear that part.
We were just doo-doo.
Goodness gracious. He took, man. He took stuffing, baked sweet potato, cheesy potatoes, deviled eggs, green bean casserole. Right now on the text line, Curtis, you are up by 2.
Jeff in Muhammad said corn casserole for the win. Jay Money says Evan loses automatically for sitting in Whitman's chair. Yeah, you ought to deduct a vote for that one.
There was no nameplate.
And Lindy says so salty with his gift that he sent in. We got to take a break. You've got a little bit of time left to vote. When we come back, we'll declare who is the winner. I'm having way too much fun despite Uncle Lon voting for you instead of me. That's all next on The Drive.
Christie Clinic has been helping patients win the fight against cancer for almost 90 years. The Charles W. Christie Cancer Center brings together a multidisciplinary team of providers who recommend and provide treatment options. Their team works together to fight cancer while helping reduce the side effects of treatment and maintain your well-being. A team built to act, a team ready to bring hope when you need it most. Learn more at cancer.christieclinic.com.
Christie Clinic, focused on creating a healthier you.
Hey everybody, it's Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini linebacker, All-American. When I moved back to town last year, I needed brand new appliances for my renovated kitchen and looked no further than Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Unprecedented products, unrivaled service. I love their protection plan, and so will you. Visit them at appliance-world.com or at their physical location on Neal Street by Interstate 74.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future, because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampaign.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong.
Turkey.
Turkey, lurkey, do.
We're going to close voting in 1 minute.
I eat that turkey.
1 minute.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. There's Adam Sandler singing about Thanksgiving. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Our Thanksgiving side dishes draft is coming to a close. Well, the voting is coming to a close here in just a moment. And Mark M on the text line says, stuffing automatically wins in any list. On the flip side, Bruce and Matt Toon says, Stone wins. I hate deviled eggs. Lindy says, I should be deducted 10 points because of the 2 potatoes, he says. I had sweet potatoes and cheesy potatoes.
He voted for you yesterday.
Yeah, so we can't take that back, Lindy. Sorry. Andrew in Villa Grove, deviled eggs and green bean casserole all day. And again, J Money says, Evan loses automatically for sitting in Whitman's chair. Why did you steal Josh Whitman's chair?
It was a power move.
It was a power move. You let the AD know who was running it.
You find, when you go to prison, you find the biggest, baddest dude, and you beat him up the first day.
Is that what a press conference is? It's like prison.
It sure feels like it.
Sure feels like it.
Okay, the last thing that I need to, I've got everything tallied except for Instagram. I got to run over to Instagram.
Okay. Right. I haven't looked at Instagram. But in the meantime, while you're tallying it up, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do our predictions on the podcast. We're going to have a better idea on Friday after we eat all the turkey and all the sides. I mean,
well, so yes. So we are off tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Happy Thanksgiving. We are also going to be off Friday for the holidays. However, we will be dropping a podcast. So if you listen to us on wherever you get your podcasts, you can get our.
What was that all about?
You just threw the phone.
I didn't throw the phone.
You can hear our predictions wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listen, wherever's going on. We will have our podcast uploaded on Friday, and we're going to put our predictions for Illinois UConn, Illinois Northwestern, Bears Eagles.
Bears Eagles. We'll get that stuff up on the podcast wherever you get it. Follow us. Just search for The Drive 93.5. on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, again, wherever you get your podcast, Podbean. And we'll have that drop Friday morning, bright and early. And I tell you, instead of doing any Black Friday shopping, listen to us on the podcast and watch some sports instead.
Or while you're Black Friday shopping.
Or while you're Black Friday
shopping. Put the earbuds in.
They're going to be like, what's that guy or gal
Because we're going to
listening
do, let's do this. We're going to do our predictions on that podcast, but we're also going to do, do you want to do 3, 4, 5 Illini athletes that we are thankful for? All time.
Oh, I can do that.
Illini athletes we're thankful for.
All right. I'm all right with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right. Have we got a final tally, sir? Are we?
You're not going to believe this.
You know what? I probably will.
I don't think you are. Voting is closed. Voting is closed.
Closed.
It's closed. Johnny Camargo. That's a prediction.
It's a prediction. He says 87-79 Illinois over UConn at MSG on Friday. Illinois 31, Northwestern 24. A lot of scoring.
There we go.
And some inclement weather Saturday night.
Here's how this turned out.
Oh, boy.
On X, we had 65 votes come in.
Mm-hmm.
I took it by 1 vote.
Who did that?
So 1 vote, I took it. On Instagram, I took it by 3 votes.
What? They love me on the gram.
I took it by 3 votes. So I'm up 4. On the text line.
Oh, my gosh.
You took the text line by 4 votes.
So we're tied?
So it's a complete tie. And I think it's only fair that Uncle Lon is the tiebreaker.
No, he's not the tiebreaker.
I think that's the only fair.
He's not the tiebreaker.
That Uncle Lon would be the tiebreaker.
Uncle Lon is not the tiebreaker. He already voted for you.
I know, and he voted for me. That's what I'm saying. I win.
How do you win? How do you figure you win if
Because
we're tied?
Because Uncle Lon vote for me.
Uncle Lon
voted for me.
He no vote for me. Me no win.
Why use word many when few do trick?
We gotta put this into overtime. Is what we gotta do.
What's overtime? What, like first text in?
No, just we'll let it run for a couple more hours or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
How do we do that? Huh?
Here's the thing: on the text that I sent out, you got Benjamin Bosman's Verdonk.
That's pretty good.
I got Lonte.
Uh-huh.
I got Luca Pina, who's one of the managers on the basketball team.
Are you revealing all the celebrities now?
Yeah, sure. I got Benjamin Hummerkaus. I got Tip Ryman, who's going through rehab, and he saw my list and thought, that's incredible.
Come on, Tip. Come on, man.
I got Quay Jones, assistant coach for the University of Illinois.
You're just bragging
I got James Thompson Jr., and I got Tyler Underwood. They all took me.
You're just bragging
on the text. I'm not. I'm revealing who everyone voted for.
Yeah, I got 1 celebrity vote. 1 celebrity vote.
To be fair, your 1 could probably beat all the others up.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
They might not be at this point.
Humrickhouse.
They're like, freaking Thanksgiving sides. We're not paying attention anymore.
Humrickhouse, I have stood by you, okay, Mr. Humrickhouse. I have been your biggest fan and supporter at this radio station.
Have you?
Yes. Yes,
me too.
I have.
So we're a dual Humrickhouse fan.
You guys are
station.
friends. That's what happened. You got a text from me.
Oh, my God.
He probably saw it online already, and he knew that you were the first list. I'm going to say that's what happened. I'm calling chicanery.
I will say.
Otherwise, it's a tie.
I said the guy from Belgium voted for Team B, so don't ask any of the internationals.
Johnny
I'm
Camargo
not winning those.
Johnny Camargo has an idea. He says, each of you pick 5 games for the weekend with spread. Winner of that wins the draft. Has nothing to do with sides, but it would determine a winner, I suppose. In a way. I don't know. I'm saying we tied. And you know what? I like turkey, so I win. How about that?
No, well, that is the absolute thing that's going to spin you down the drain.
I don't even know where to go from here with a dead tie.
We could just have speed text in turkey, yes or no. Just text in right now, yes or no, and the yays and the nays have it for this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey, yes or no. On the Max Twin City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. No, wait, hold on. We haven't started yet. None of these coming in, none of those count because we haven't started yet.
Ha! Look at that. Yes. It's like, man.
Wait, we've already established the text line is all your people.
Give him a heater.
Let's go.
They're all
baby.
your people. First of all, no,
Let's
okay, you see what's happening?
Woo.
People are texting in multiple times.
It's heated and competitive out there.
We use the word oski equals the knowledge of being, the K, the knowledge.
Sounds like someone who likes turkey.
Everybody's saying yes.
We are
a band of brothers.
How many
That's right.
times we got some people? I'm just telling you right now. J Money, look at this. J Money has texted in 1, 2, 3, 4,
Doesn't
5.
matter. Or you got 1 from Heath.
7, 8, 9 times.
You got 1
J
from
Money
Heath
has
on the
texted
text
yes
line.
9 times.
I love J Money. He's the best. You know, he didn't let me down, Uncle Lon. Here's what we're going to do real quick while a few more votes are coming in. Real fast. We have to thank a fine sponsor here on The Drive, and that would be Busey. This Saturday, Small Business Saturday, it's a day to celebrate and support small businesses and all they do for our communities. There are almost 32 million in the United States, which accounts for 99% of all businesses. Staple of the holiday season. Small Business Saturday was created by American Express during the 2010 recession, encouraging people to shop small. So how can you participate? Well, on Saturday, find small businesses to support as a customer. If you own a small business, market yourself as an owner. American Express offers free materials including sample posters, social media resources, and shop small map listings. And again, support local businesses as a community organization. In an effort to support their communities, organizations across the country serve as neighborhood champions. These supporters serve the community with events and activities on Small Business Saturday and all year long. Busey invites you to shop local this Small Business Saturday, November 29th. You might even discover your new favorite store. Member FDIC. Thank you to Busey for sponsoring The Drive. All righty, sir. Did that help you with any votes whatsoever while I was giving some love to Busey?
No, people didn't take it seriously. So we can't even use that either.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, people are just messing around.
Nobody took it seriously. Hey,
that was crazy.
How about that? We got to do our toast, and then we got to get out of here.
Yeah, okay. Let's do our toast.
Let's do
That's
our toast.
Basically what I was going to do.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to toast to, it doesn't matter if you listen to me or not, but I want to toast everybody in East Central Illinois, everybody that listens to The Drive, that has supported the show. And I just want you to have